Super fast tortoise in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine runs fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to win sight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax, time to chillax. Face the facts, morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show, let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Into the mood, coffee for every dude. Have fun, enjoy the show. Let this channel grow. Let's enjoy the show. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. Into the mood, coffee for every dude.
Oh, tell me everything that's going on your mind, everything that's racing on the time. The clock is ticking, and we're about to thicken our knowledge of the brackets, and that's getting a little wicked. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise. Today we got Hillbilly and kjcowboydan chilling out, being awesome, subscribing to the channel. Thank you to the new subscribers who subscribed last night, getting us to 710 subscribers. That was awesome. Whoa, whoa.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we were having a weird conversation in the background about how last night someone subscribed to my channel. They were publicly subscribed, so the name was shown. Then I went over there to subscribe to them back, out of friendly nature. Then they unsubscribed from me. I'm like, what the heck? Were they fish baiting, clickbaiting, something? I don't know.
It don't make no sense to me. I thought it's, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, stuff happens, everybody. Stuff happens.
Yep.
Ooh, so, how are you guys doing this fine morning other than barely keeping your eyes peeled awake open like KJ down there?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. We had a wild night last night. So
Yeah.
Jesse and I, after the podcast, we did our public gaming party night where everybody can play a game with us. And we were playing Bloons Tower Defense 6.
Wow.
We enjoyed that game, and it was a pretty good night. And Jesse hit over 50 followers on 50 followers on Twitch, and now she's just needs to get like her watch time at the right number, and then boom, she gets affiliate.
Boom.
Nice.
She's right there. So like
Boom.
we're watching for that. Last night was just wild. Just like she got follow after follow. My VTuber friend Valiant Valerie did a raid on both of us.
Ooh.
She raided my channel, and then told her followers to go to Jesse's, and like they set her over that 50 marker.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
it was wild. While we're in game, it was pretty wild.
Yeah, I bet that was better than just having Super Fast Tortoise cracking jokes in chat.
Well, Super Fast Tortoise always adds a little pepper and salt to the game.
That's right. A little flavor here, a little flavor there.
And then a board wipe over there.
That's right. Board wipes. Oh, whoop, 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 whoop. And congratulations to Hellwheeler getting to that point she did.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, Sorry, I got an itch on the side of my faces. But you know, getting to the point she did with all the followers being monetized, that's pretty cool. Hope that keeps on growing.
Well, she's almost there to the monetization. Like I said, we got to get. She just needs the one more thing, which is a certain number of people chatting before, and that's it. Like
Chatting's always useful. I see you guys watching. Why don't you say something like hello in chat? Be awesome. Be amazing. Whoop, whoop.
So here's a question for you, KJ. This chatting, is that Twitch or in YouTube?
That's on Twitch. This is on Twitch. Yeah.
Okay.
With Twitch, in order to get monetized, it sounds very simple, really. But like you need 50 followers, which is very easy. You need just a certain amount of stream time. You stream so many days during that month. And you also need to have like it's like 3 average chatting during your month. Like they divide it down to like how many people at average are chatting in every single episode continuously. So it's like it should be very easy to hit, you know. I mean, remember when I hit it by accident, didn't even know. I streamed for a bit, and then I was like, okay, I'm done with Twitch, and went over here and was hanging out with you guys on YouTube.
Oh yeah, hanging out on YouTube.
Then I came back
on Twitch.
Came back a week later, and Twitch says, "Congratulations, you're monetized." So I mean, Twitch is easy to get monetized on.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy, but you don't make as much money. But the money rolls in the pennies. It was interesting. I watched a little documentary back in the day about the difference between YouTube and Twitch. How easy it is to get monetized on one, but the funding is smaller in increments on Twitch compared to YouTube. But YouTube is still kind of small because YouTube likes to take 30% of everything.
Yep.
But look, being monetized is being monetized. Getting that money in. Woo woo.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little bit harder for her to get monetized on YouTube. So it's a good little achievement for her, you know.
Oh no, it is. It's awesome. It is awesome.
She's like so close, and we watched it. We watched her hit that 50 last night on stream.
Wow,
that's pretty cool. Hitting that 50. What's up? Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That is awesome. Just wish she was here to celebrate.
Celebration.
Oh, we're gonna have a graphic for when she comes back tomorrow.
Oh, because that's something to celebrate. Hitting a milestone like that.
And then I got word today that somebody else hit a milestone today. Our friend Decaying Zombie apparently just hit 400. He'll have a graphic on the show tomorrow as well, congratulating him on his milestone that he hit.
Decaying Zombie. Whoop, whoop.
400 on YouTube for Decaying Zombie.
Nice. He gets 100 more. If he gets 100 more, he'll be partially monetized.
Especially if
man.
Because remember, watch time and
subs. Yep.
That's what we're fighting for. That's right, chat. Are you excited? Our community's doing well. Our community's doing very well.
Yeah, our community's doing well.
Our community is strong. We got a bond between each other, a bond that's unspeakable. I'm kidding about the unspeakable part, but hey, it's cool.
Unspeakable.
That's right. Oh, but look, all the stuff that's happening, all the stuff that's going on, we got a lot going on here. I mean, Hillbilly's ranking in those subscribers himself. He's at what, 776 now?
Yep.
You look at that. I'm at 710. We need to get to 1,000. 1,000. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And I don't mean for this morning to be a shill session for the first topic. It's just a lot of good stuff and exciting stuff is happening in the community. And it just happens to deal with kind of shilling with everybody.
Well, it's really more of bragging about our friends who aren't here with us right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a shill when you're not. We're not talking about us. We're talking about our friends who aren't here right now, like Decaying Zombie who like hit that number, and Jesse who's like building her numbers up really quick. You know, it's something to be proud of when your friends in the community are kind of just succeeding at what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Hold on, click that. Get some emojis in chat. Share some emojis in chat for excitement for people doing well, being happy for your friends, because a good friend is happy for your friend's success.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, except Hillbilly. No kidding. But anyways, it is a wonderful day out here, and it's a wonderful day all around. And we got a well-mixed community. We got people who play Magic. We have some people who play some Magic, and we got people who play non-Magic stuff and have fun with it. You know, but the point of the show here and the point of the community is to be diverse and have a good time, you know, building each other up, because, you know, we all play games. We all play different things. It's amazing what people do. You know, at least I don't pretend to play Magic and have a Magic the Gathering channel. I do. But I also like to have friends on my channel. I like to do different things than just Magic all the time. You know? Like, I could be one of those people who try to sell Magic cards all the time and say, hey, I'm a Magic content creator, but really I'm just here to make money. No. We are here to have fun, have a good time, show each other out. And when we make money, that's just a bonus.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I got to do something about paying off this mansion I bought. It said, become a YouTuber, get rich, have a mansion. It didn't work.
When he says mansion, he really means studio apartment.
Well, make sure you drop that sub over there, or do the little bell notification, so that way you know when Tortoise is going live, so that way he doesn't lose his mansion.
That's right.
And trade it in for a cardboard box.
Mm-hmm. A cardboard box.
My cat looks at me and says, "I don't know what you're talking about. Cardboard boxes are awesome."
That's right.
Well, if you get a cardboard box, that's another way to go, because, you know, Magic cards is cardboard.
I got a box full of Magic cards I need to get rid of right here. No, literally, it's a box about this big, full of cards I'll never use.
Well, you know, you'll have my address here soon when we send the coffee cups, and you know, you can always give a little opening box opening content to me, and I'll send it to Jesse after.
It sounds like a fun idea, but the shipping on this box would be way too much for what's actually in it.
I'll hitchhike over that way. Have an excuse to come over and have that barbecue we talked about.
Right? Well, because they're thinking about donating it to Goodwill or something. Like, it's nothing but jank cards you wouldn't run in Commander, cards you wouldn't run in any format, really. They're just jank filler cards, and I just need to get rid of them. Today I'm going to post it on Marketplace to see if I can just push it, get someone to pick it up for me, so I don't have to leave the house. You know, but it's just a lot of cards, just doing nothing. That ain't going to do nothing. I separated all the good cards and kept the good cards and thinned down my collection.
No,
because I need space. Because space. Like, we live in a single wide trailer, and space is of the essence here. We need more space. And thinking of space, the final frontier, we got to hit this bumper.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. So many creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Well, everybody, welcome to the show again. Officially, we're on the road to success. We are here to get back on track to the point of the show. Yes, and you are welcome to join the journey as we get to this segment. But now, the next segment we need to get to, only Hillbilly knows where to go, and we need to get there so we can get back on track and start talking about the topic of the day. The topic of the day starts with this segment. Hillbilly, what's the next segment of the show?
Well, that would be the
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
Combo breaker. Alice Norn, Mother of Machines. Two white cards for the topic of bracket. Yeah, because this card is a game changer, and it's not listed on the game changer list of cards, I believe. Alice Norn, Mother of Machines costs 4 generic and white's a 4/7 legendary creature, Phyrexian Praetor. She has Vigilance, and if a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. But permanents entering the battlefield don't cause abilities of permanents your opponents control to trigger. Shuts down a whole side of a battlefield.
Yep. I wonder who has a card like this.
I know you did until you foolishly gave it away to me.
Yeah, I did.
Foolishly. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, awesome little card. I bring it up because I wanted a powerful card to represent the show because we're going to be talking about power levels in Magic, but through brackets.
Mm-hmm. And this is, I mean, they're still embedded though, so I can overlook some of this. But I still don't agree with it.
Well, white has a very controlling aspect to it. That's why we got stacks, blue-white stacks and stuff. And if this was KJ's card, it'd be Alice Norn, head of the jar.
Ooh.
That's right. And instead of causing abilities to trigger an additional time, it would be everybody gets a head token, and when they sacrifice and lose their head, they get $1 million. There you go.
Yeah. Is Watsy paying that out?
Right.
I just want to know I just want to know. So when I play that card and it succeeds, who I'm going to collect payment.
Right.
Do I show up at the Hasbro headquarters going, yeah, by the way, you didn't see my gameplay last night, but I played the head in the jar.
Waffles. Capitan Waffles.
Mon Capitan, how you doing today?
Yeah.
Captain Waffles.
Captain Waffles here for Alice Norn, Mother Machines. Whoop, whoop. Now let's get to some memes. I think I'm getting a little more creative with these memes. First meme of the day. When your friend explains how Farsi can fetch a force card. This is an AI generated picture. You know what's funny about this picture? I typed in the AI generation, Derek from Superfast Tortoise.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. I typed in my name from Superfast Tortoise on YouTube to see what it prompted up, and it prompted this up.
When you explain,
Wow,
that is hilarious. It popped up the magic cards too, or just the guy with the
just the guy, the little IT looking guy.
Interesting.
Yeah, for those who know, Farsi can't search for a forest card, but searches for every other type. But you can search for a forest card if it has the word island or something else on it. For those who didn't know. But I came up with the meme on the spot when he gave me this picture. I'm like, he looks like he's trying to explain something. I'm like, how do you explain something simple? I'm like, Farsi breeding pool. All right, next picture of the day. Whoop whoop. Garfield learns a food token combo in Magic the Gathering.
Now, I don't know how you got such an accurate picture of Q.
That's right. You get such an accurate picture of Q. Hold on. All right. Then Then the next picture. Woo. MTG Universe is Beyond feeling like a weird crossover campaign.
Ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I would watch this Transformers and Sonic the Hedgehog with Terminator
Right?
all day long.
Well,
You know?
yeah, you got Optimus Prime in there too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was saying. Transformers, Transformers, Sonic, and Terminator. I would watch that all day long. Imagine hearing Arnold Schwarzenegger say, "Hasta la vista, Decepticon."
That's right. You know what's funny about Sonic? Sonic's the one that AI had the roughest time with. He has one hand that's backwards. He has another hand with, what was it, five fingers, a nub. Six fingers and a nub.
7. Yeah, 7 fingers on that hand. Dang, leg, that's rough.
That's why he's a super fast typer.
Well, the way that Optimus Prime is leaning to the side, it kind of makes him look like he's one of the cars from Disney's Cars. Like
Right.
if he was Mac Pickup, playing Optimus
Right.
Prime.
Right. It's funny. And Captain Waffles, what's up?
What's up?
You made it.
Just finished eating.
Finish eating. You made it for the last picture of the day. The last picture of the day was the first picture. I'm like, I want to make this. In the thicker book of Harry Potter, he finally learns counterspell.
Oh, Jesse would have appreciated that.
That's right. Counterspell. Because you watch the show or the movies, you never read the books, but when you watch the movies, you never hear them say, here's how you counter a spell. No, they're like, here's a spell to go against that spell. They don't say, here's how you stop a spell completely.
Yep.
Well,
And
a
even
spell
in Harry
can't be-
Potter, they don't.
a spell can't be
What's up?
stopped directly. It can only be deflected.
Right. But they also don't explain the stack, and they don't understand. They don't explain how the spells can go in graveyards either.
No, they dissipate.
They dissipate. Oh, good one. Good one. That was a counter spell. Dissipate, counter target spell, exile it. No, boop. Awesome. But yeah, this is the first meme I made today, and I'm like I even had like the blood in the mouth and everything. Like he's learned a hardcore spell, and he's like turning evil because he learned counter spell. Because counter spell players are evil.
I don't know anybody that's plays counter spell in any other deck.
Oh yeah, Hillbilly. I don't know anybody who plays counter spell either, Hillbilly. Not to mention anybody like Hillbilly, but Hillbilly plays counter spells, I think.
I do.
I got a deck with counter spells in it.
Mm-hmm.
It teaches you how to play the dark side of Magic. It's like playing mono black and Magic, but in blue. Instead of destroying creature spells, you're countering them. All right. Woo woo! All right, those have been the pictures of the day, and with that, my friends, we gotta roll on to this bumper.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.
Moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise is running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes.
Whoa! Now on topic. What are the commander brackets anyway? Yesterday we talked about how they're not perfect. That was a simple. Like one of my decks is rated a 1-2 bracket, and when people who played against the deck knows it's like a higher power level deck. Like, so the brackets are not perfect yet. They don't count in synergies and themes very well. So I brought up one
quick point on that
Yeah.
about the brackets not being perfect.
Mhm.
You have to think about it in a way of like when you brew a deck, your deck is never going to be perfect the first time you brew a deck.
Right.
You have to play it, you have to tune it, you have to test it, you have to do all these different things. So a lot of the people out there that are hating this bracket system, just give it some time. Like after it's been played a while and they start to see, okay, this and that, and like there's times I put a card in, I'm like, I think this card's going to do really good, and then all of a sudden it's just absolute trash and doesn't work the way I thought it would, and then I have to take it out. And so that's probably what's going to happen to some of the cards in the bracket system. At first initial thought, they're like, this card looks really powerful, and then other times it's going to just absolutely fall flat, and then they're like, okay, we can move it down a couple brackets or whatever.
Right. No, you're right. I mean, there's a lot that needs to be tweaked because here's the brackets they have. And they even named them. Like, I guess when you go to the game store, you'd be like, what are you playing? I'm playing Expedition, Expedition. Or Core. Or Upgraded. Or I'm playing Optimized. What's up? And some guy's like, I'm playing CEDH.
Why do you do that voice?
Because I guess you have to be a hardcore nerd to play CEDH.
Oh my god!
Oh, I was about to say, the CEDH people are going to just cancel you for that.
Cosmic Seeds, what's up? Cosmic Seeds. So Expedition says your ultra casual commander deck, right? No mass land denial. I like how they call it land denial. Why can't they just call it land destruction? Because really, that's what happens.
Denial is not a land; it's a river.
Cosmic Seeds, member from 5 months. Thank you for being a member and being awesome. That's right.
Cool.
And these Cosmic Seeds, I'll be playing what the F I want. That's right.
Nice.
I prefer mass land destruction number 1. Yeah, they should just call it land destruction for sure. Anyways, yeah, they call them mass land denial. Which everybody gets salty over land denial or extra turns, right? Look, here's a true fact. I've seen people play extra turn decks in super casual decks, and the extra turns did nothing for them. It was just like I get to untap on my lands and draw an extra card for trying other things. That's why the bracket system is completely not perfect, but they have a point. Taking extra turns can be annoying because I do have a deck that likes to take extra turns, and I have a combo to hopefully get to infinite turns so I can build up my board state and win the game. Which brings up to their next thing: no 2-card infinite combos. Boom, boom, boom. Well, my combo is like 3 cards, but hey. No game changers, which we'll explain a little bit more. Game changers are there. And few tutors. Like, they're calculating the tutors in our deck now, everybody. I got a feeling if they're going to do tutors, they're going to have to start printing more tutors to make this bracket more viable because there's for enchantments, there's a handful of tutors, but you don't get like a lot of tutors in other colors. So if you're going to make that an issue in the expedition, like that simple thing, you're going to have to make more tutors to have few tutors in a deck.
Well, a tutor isn't exactly. So the way a tutor is defined is not just it says tutor on the card. It's any type of card that searches for another card. That is what a tutor is defined as.
Right. I remember having a conversation with a dude who kept calling Rampant Growth a tutor.
No, that's mana ramp. That's a difference.
But he said it's tutor for land to put into play,
Yeah, so but that's not what a tutor does. A tutor searches for a permanent card other than a spell other than a land. Mana ramp is a card that causes you to get more lands. There is a difference between tutor and mana ramp.
That's right. Dude, then we have core. Because, when you go to the game store, you're like, what are you playing? I'm playing core. Core commander. Let's probably just put the word hard in there. So I'd be like, I'm playing hardcore commander. Number 2, what's up? The average current pre-constructed deck is number 2, right? This is how you know the brackets are not completely well. Because I have a deck that's better than a commander deck, like a basic commander deck you buy from the store, and it's listed as 2. And thinking of 2, we got Decaying Zombie in the house. What's up?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
Certainly. So we're talking about brackets. We're on number 2 core. The average current pre-constructed deck. It consists of no land mass denial. It sounds so weird to say landmass denial.
Mhm.
No mass land denial. No changing extra turns, or no chaining extra turns. No 2-card infinite combos. No game changers. And few tutors. All right. So 2 is supposed to be a step up above a 1. It's basically just doing the same kind of thing, but it's a little more egregious, apparently. Hence when my 5-color dinosaur deck is listed as a number 1 or 2, which should be upgraded to a 3. Because it does explode and does all that stuff. Like number 2. Number 3 is the one. Number 3 is the upgraded. That's the one where you go to the store and like, what kind of commander deck you playing? Like, upgraded. What's up? And you know, you go there and you have fun, and it's supposed to be a step above core. It's beyond the strength of an average precon deck, which is most of my decks, above the strength of an average precon deck. No mass land denial, no chaining extra turns, which is funny because I got a deck that has chaining extra turns in it, and it's a number 3, not a 4. So the bracket system still needs to be perfected there.
Yep.
But it has late game 2-card infinite combos. And it's funny that they say 2-card infinite combos. There are 3-card infinite combos that are just as good.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, technically, if you have a 3-card, it's similar to 2-card. Like I think they just, if they put late game 3-card infinite combo, then people will be like, oh well, my 2-card's fine. I think that one is, it starts at a 2-card infinite combo and it can go to 3, 4, or 5. That's the baseline, is 2 cards.
Right. No, that makes sense. All right, makes sense. And then the upgraded has 3 game changers. Now, a lot of decks have game changers. One thing I think should be listed as a game changer that's not listed as a game changer is board wipes.
Yep.
All right. I don't care who you are. If that board wipe is successful, it changes the game. It might even out the battlefield, but yeah.
I mean, I can see partially what you're saying, but some decks that you play a board wipe, and then next turn they play, let's say, Open the Vaults, or not Open the Vaults, but Brilliant Restoration or something like that. That's also a game changer, because now you're taking from everything that got wiped away and now bringing everything back. So I think this is where you start to get into the thing of like, well, then everything's a game changer. So where do you draw the line?
Right. And that's where the synergies come in. Like, I think they need to look into the synergies. Like apply that to the bracket system, because synergies would do a lot. Because like we played games where the synergy of decks were higher than the power level, which adjusted the power level overall.
Yep.
You know, and I think that's something they need to work into. Because like, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting something right now. 4. 5. Yeah. I have a deck with 5 board wipes in it. And I think the system reads it as too expensive for casual play. Too expensive. So it is casual play. But I don't think it takes in the knowledge that my commander makes him cost 5 mana instead of like 7 or 8. And so synergies are definitely one of those things that need to be calculated into decks. And I don't know how that would do, but like the reason why I say that is because like you have MTG Card Realms and Commander Assault, 2 different programs that grade the level of your deck. Commander Assault likes to give you tougher power ratings on your deck. So if you're like a 5 in Commander Assault, you're like a level 7 or 8 in MTG Card Realms, and you're a very powerful deck. All right. In Commander Realms, they look at all your synergies and stuff, and they put in a level, and they do it at a more casual rate. So like that's what I've been using for power leveling of my deck. So if it's like a power of 5 or 6 or 7, I feel like card rooms is pretty good. I think they need to take these ideas of decks, the deck ratings, and apply them more to the brackets. And I think they will, because we're in beta, everybody. They're testing things out. Which brings us to our number 4, our optimized. That's right, optimize. High power level commander. It is time to go wild. So optimize. No restrictions other than the banned list, right? No restrictions other than banned list. You know what I find funny about this? All right. A lot of people won't play mass land denial in their commander decks. Right? Because other people find it salty.
Right.
And there are people who do play it. But it feels like when you get to optimize and people want more powerful decks, that they're advertising people should play more mass land denial.
Well, I don't think that they're advertising it. I think what it is they're saying that if you're going to play in the first 3 levels, play on a level of no mass land denial.
Right.
My problem here is if you look at 4 and 5, the only difference between 4 and 5 is a quote unquote mindset. That's literally the only difference.
Right, there's a mindset. Right, like there's a mindset. In the same deck I was talking about with number 3, it's a number 3 deck, has infinite turns and some game changers, whatever. There's also a mass land denial combo in that deck. Like to the point where I took out Armageddon. Why am I repeating?
That ain't on my end.
All right, but anyways, we got optimized, like we was talking about, which is pretty good because I feel like when Captain Waffles plays, his decks are more of a power level bracket 4 because they're high synergy and they're pretty good, right? And that's not a complaint because, to be honest, you play fairly for our decks. You might have some powerful plays, but you play fairly. You play to our advantage, so the game is well rounded, and you do have some powerful plays, but they're number 4s. Then we get to
I looked at the list, and I have 6 game changers in my Urza deck.
Right.
Wow.
6 game changers. Whoa, whoa. Hey, it ain't my fault they printed those cards. It ain't your fault. They printed those cards, so you wanted to play them. But then we got CEDH number 5, bracket number 5, high powered with very competitive and metagame focused mindset. No restrictions other than the ban list. Woo woo. So I think bracket 4 and 5 are a little too meshed in the descriptions. But like what I'd love to see from brackets 1 to 5 is talking about the focus on synergy. Right? Because a level 1 expedition could be like it's playable, it doesn't have high synergy, and its removal rate is like an average between like 3 to 4 removals. Well, when the other day when we were talking about deck building, I'm like, well, you want to run at least 9 removal spells in your deck, and that would upgrade your deck to an upgraded amount, because I think 9 removals is like a control based removal amount. When you're deck building, and I don't always follow my directives of how many removal spells you run, but when you're deck building, you want to at least have 9 removal spells at the whim that you can put in your deck before you modify the deck to be more synergistic. And I think core should be a little more synergy. The pre-con level, they should have that focused on there, because pre-cons are usually pretty well synergy together with the low power levels. Then the game changers are like, they say no game changers. Like we played against a deck a while ago where the deck was like medium, like it was not that great, but the thing that made it powerful and we survived it was a Critter Hoof Behemoth, which is a game changer card, and they got a game changer card out, but we were able to manage the damage in a level 2. But that would deck in a core 2 deck style deck, but that kind of game changer, I don't think it's listed in the game changers, would be a 3.
Yeah, it's not in there. But so here's the problem I have with levels 1 through 2 to begin with
Right.
is you have no game changers, but you say few tutors.
Right.
There are like 7 tutors that are game changers. So
Yeah.
does the few tutor cancel out the game changer rule or vice versa?
Right.
Because, you know, it's like if I want to play mystical tutor in my number 2, like,
Mhm.
or it comes in the pre-con, am I now out of 2 and into 3 because it came with a tutor and it's a game changer? So I
Right.
think they need to, and also they need to denote how many is a few. Is few 2? Is few 3? Because that's typically the number few means is 2 to 3. They're
Right.
just saying it should be sparse. That doesn't give an actual definition of a hard number.
Right.
And
No, you're
then
right.
the other thing I think they should add in for levels 1 through 4 is no 1, 2, or 3 turn win combos or just win condition. Because in CEDH, there's a lot of turn 1, turn 2 wins.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna make 4 different than 5, you need to denote, okay, you can be optimized with a ton of, you know, there's the no restriction other than the ban list and this and that, but you also should not have in 4 a 1, a 2, or 3 turn win.
Right. So the other day, when the brackets were new and when the brackets were implemented to Architect and Moxfield, I was looking at a deck list, and at the time it was new, I had a deck that said it was a 1 or 2, which I know the power level of the deck is more than 1 or 2 because the synergy is high, and the win rate for 1v1, I should say, is pretty high. Like, you can beat my deck, but there's a win rate to it, and my deck gets crazy by turn 4. Well, especially 1v1. 4v4, it's more level 3-ish, which they did change to level 3, but the brackets are still finishing because, like, my dinosaur deck, which has the slowest mana rate in the world because it has like all the tri lands and stuff in it, but it has fetch lands. It doesn't count for that. It has fetch lands. It has shock lands. It has a couple of the if you have 3 or more opponents that come to play tap lands, it has a couple of those. There's some fast land in it, but the deck pulls off its perfect mana by turn 5, so it's optimized to the point. Like, the deck, I feel, is optimized. It's kind of slow. It fit between 3 and 4,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we were talking about this yesterday. It's listed as a 1 or 2. So there's certain things that need to be taken account for Wizards and the bracket systems that they need to push it past that beta testing, and they need more people talking about it. And I don't know if there's a way they can be like, check every deck or check the decks that people submit to them and be like, hey, this deck's a little more powerful than what you're saying it is. Because, like, MTG Card Realm will rate my decks fairly. Like, most of my decks in general, most of my good decks are level 6 through 7. Right? Like, my Rafika the mini deck is the one that I say it's like a 7.
What?
Well, it's funny because like, you're talking about the power levels and stuff, and people used to, you know, say, oh, well, mine's a power level 5, and then you play against you, like, it's more like a power level 8. But then now they bring these brackets to try to really be like, okay, it's a little bit easier to denote what you have. Well, in the article that they brought out, this person, you know, one of the questions is, my deck has no game changers. Is it technically a bracket 2? Should I play it there? And they're like, well, if it has 0 game changers, but your deck is very powerful, you should play it in bracket 4. And it's like, okay, so now we're going to have these people who are going to game others and say, well, I have no game changers, so it's a 2, so I'm going to go play with some 2s and just raffle stomp some people because it's optimized.
Right.
And so we're going to still have that same issue.
Right, yeah.
And I just, honestly, this is the old analogy of locked doors keep honest people out. This is the same thing. These brackets are only going to be for the honest people. The honest people are going to follow these. The people that want to go and just be complete a-holes, they're going to just be like, well, I'm going to build it as a 4, but I'm going to follow the rules of a 2.
Right. Like let's you're perfectly right there, because I was thinking about this yesterday. Like I said, my 5-color dinosaur deck says it's a 1 or 2. If I literally take my dinosaur deck against a precon, which I have, it demolishes it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like when I was playing F&M at the store, I was playing a friend who had a not changed or upgraded, but just the mono black Warhammer Precon, and just demolished his face because I got the
Necrons.
land. Yeah, Necrons. Yeah, demolished his face in that game, and which is kind of funny because I told him his deck can compete with my deck because I've played against Hillbilly's deck, but Hillbilly deck's been upgraded a bit.
Yep.
His hasn't, and I just wrecked his face, and now both his and my deck are listed as number 2s.
Yeah, my Necron is ranked. It fits into these categories: Expedition and 2,
Right,
1
right,
and 2.
right.
So does my Edgar Markov deck.
So I guess our biggest concern is the archetypes, synergies, and stuff are not added to this because, like, some people look at a commander like Kali of the Vast, and when I tell people we're playing to level 6 or 7 and Kali of the Vast is the commander I'm playing, the people will look at me and says Kali of the Vast is a higher level than 6 or 7 commander. Da 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 da. And I said, well, my deck is definitely not at a level 6 or 7. It is a 6 or 7, but I see what you're saying because there's a lot of dragons. My deck's more demon focused because I had more access to demons at the time. And I'm like, explain to them, it's the deck play. Because I try to be as fair as possible when it comes to deck ratings. That's why I use one website that I trust. And I've seen people abuse that. But at the same time, people have speculation. Certain cards are automatic, like brackets right now. Like Kali the Vast, people would probably assume is like a bracket 3 or 4 right away. But there are some commanders like Tegrid God Assault, who's more than just a game changer. Tegrid God Assault as a commander is disgusting.
Yeah, and then I don't agree with number 2, how it's listed. It says the average current pre-constructed deck, and then they have in there no game changers.
Right.
There are so many decks out there that are pre-constructed with game changers in them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, like Fierce Guardianship is a game changer, and it comes in a precon. There's tutors that come in precons. There's so many game changer cards that come in precons. So core should not say no game changers. It should literally say like 1 game changer or 2 at the most.
Right.
And then 3 should be changed to where it says 3 to 5 or 3 to 4. And then optimize is no limit on the game changers.
Right. And let's not forget a banned card. I'm trying to remember the name. The goblin card that made treasure tokens equal to the artifacts your opponents control. Dockside Extortionist. That was a commander card originally. Like it came out of a commander deck, precon.
Yeah, it came in a precon.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the only way you could get it for a while until they actually printed it later.
Mm-hmm. That's what made the deck expensive to get later on.
Oh yeah, I bet.
All right, now let's go through some of the game changers. You got game changers, and I think there's more you could add to this. But they got Daneth Magistrate as for white, Enlightened Tutor, which it's funny that they put a tutor in white when we know that Elish Norn Mother Machines should be on this list too.
Mm-hmm.
Because Elish Norn does something similar to Green's. Where's Green?
Run the red
with the hunger.
Yep.
Similar, different. But you got Sarah Sanctum, Smothering Tithe. Well, Smothering Tithe is a good game changer card. I think what they're looking at is cards other than Enlightened Tutor here. I think they're looking at cards where people get focused on a card and the guy get rid of.
Yep.
And I never. Well, I've heard. I heard of Trouble in Pairs, but I don't remember what Trouble in Pairs do. I mean, but like Elish Norn, Mother Machine should be on this list, right? Because
Trouble in Pairs is if an opponent would begin an extra turn, that player skips that turn instead. Whenever an opponent attacks you with 2 or more creatures, draws their second card each turn or casts their second spell each turn, you draw a card. So it's basically like a hate card is what it
Right.
is. Like a stopping people from doing things type of card. That's why it's on there.
Right. And I think it's funny that blue got some more cards on their list than white does. Because white, like, I think there should be a generalization of board wipes in white, but generalization, not like this particular card, just a generalization, because I think they are a game changer. That's why I run them. I changed the game with them, you know, like, and but that's a little different because there's a difference between a game changer and a tactical use. So I get that.
Well, you do have to remember that there are cards that can quote unquote counter a board wipe or make all of your stuff indestructible, and then that could be a game changer. Like you try to wipe my board, I keep all my stuff, you lose all your stuff. Now the game is really changed because now I have all the power.
Right. And you've done that before.
So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think board wipes are on the level of game changer. Like they talk about all these cards on here, because I know you don't agree with Enlightened Tutor, but they talk about the tutors as being able to find combo pieces to win the game. That's why Enlightened Tutor is on there, because it can find you a artifact or enchantment combo piece to win.
Oh, that's why Gifts Ungiven is banned.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gifts Ungiven is banned because it finds 4 different cards. So it gets combos together in one grip. So I get you. Blue, we got Cyclonic Rift, which is... they need to reprint that card more often. Expropriate, which is a really good card. Force of Will. Like, Force of Will is good and strong. I think it's funny that it's a game changer because it's just a counter spell. It's a 2-for-1 counter spell, and you're 2-for-1ing yourself.
Yeah, but you can stop a turn 1 win in CEDH with it. That's why it's a game changer.
True.
You literally change the game from being over to keep going.
That makes sense. Makes sense in that realm of thinking. But like, this is also going across the board of all brackets. Fierce Guardianship, which is another good card. Ristic Study, which you need to reprint more of if they're going to keep it legal. Thassa's Oracle, which is just a nuisance, but it's a fun card. Nuisance. Rosa Lord High Artificer. I think I have that card. I could be wrong. Is that the one that splits into 2? Or that has the Power Stone?
No, that's the one when you put it into play, it gives you a 0/0 construct, and then you can do some you can tap a blue and do stuff. I forget exactly what
Okay, it's the one that makes tokens.
It's the one that makes a token, not
the
it makes a token. I'll look it up real quick.
All right. No, you're good. We got Mystical Tutor and Jin Taxius Core Augur. Pretty good. For black, we got Bolus's Citadel, Demonic Tutor, Imperial Cell, Opposition Agent, which is pretty solid. Tegrid, God of Fright, which I think should be banned. At least banned as Commander if they ever brought that back. Vampiric Tutor and Ad Nauseum. Boop, boop.
Yeah, so Urza makes you a colorless construct that gets +1/+1 for an each artifact. And then you can tap an untapped artifact you control, add blue, and then pay 5, shuffle your library, then exile the top card until end of turn. You may pay that card without paying its mana cost.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. And red, surprising red doesn't have more, but you got Jessica's Will and Underworld Breach. Underworld Breach, I have a copy of that card, but I don't understand why it's a game changer. Is it a game changer
I'll tell you
in certain formats?
I'll tell you why. Because in Modern this past weekend, that card was everywhere with Thassa's Oracle. So what it does is you're trying to play with Underworld Breach, you can just bring things back from the graveyard, and typically it helps you win on a combo with Thassa's Oracle.
Okay, it's a combo piece game changer. Then.
It is a combo piece, and that deck was everywhere at the regional championship.
Right. The reason why I ask about it because you have to sacrifice at the end of your turn. You know.
Yeah. So you're the turn you play it is the turn you're going to go off to win.
Makes sense. I appreciate that insight there. And for green, we got Survival of the Fittest. Love that card. Need a copy of that card eventually. I got the dinosaur version, but I want to get the regular version. Vortex Voice of Hunger. And Gaia's Cradle. Well, no, why can't Gaia's Cradle just be banned at this point? Every other land in his cycle is banned.
Not Sanctum.
Well, no, Sanctum can be banned too. No, I don't care. I know I'm talking about banned cards.
The other one, Cabal Coffers, I think came from that same, or is it a different one?
I think Cabal Coffers came later.
Yeah, but it's kind of part of that.
Oh yeah,
There's
kind of like how they do with cycles when they finish cycles in different sets.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Multicolor. You got Kinnan Bonder Prodigy. Oh yeah, I do have that card. Game Changer. Yuriko the Tiger Shadow. I don't know what that card is. Winota, Join Our Forces. And now, a card I think is funny in today's age, they say is a game changer, is Grand Arbiter Oxy the Fourth. That's the one that makes your opponent's spells cost one more to cast and yours cost one less to cast. Now,
yeah, it's a taxing.
I can see how that can change the game because you got to pay one more. Now I can see how that changes the game in a stacks deck, but in an average deck, if you just whip that out in a game where you're not running stacks, he's like easier to deal with. So that's one of those ones that it's kind of hard to juggle its viability. But based on the deck build, yes. Now,
so the reason why Yuriko is on there is because you can Commander Nujitsu her. For 1 blue, 1 black, and then whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top of your library and put that card into your hand. Each opponent loses life equal to that card's converted mana cost.
Oh, that's pretty solid.
So it's like a reverse Dark Confidant. You get the card, but they take the damage, not you.
Wow.
So colorless, we have Ancient Tomb. We have Chrome Mox, the One Ring. The One Ring just changes the game for every format.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The Tabernacle Pendril Val, Trinisphere, Grim Monolith, Lion's Eye Diamond, if anybody's still playing that, Mox Diamond, Mana Vault, which is really good, and Glacial Chasm. Now, of all those cards, I don't know Glacial Chasm.
Glacial Chasm, I believe, is a draw
land?
card, or it's a land. But
is that the one where you return it to your hand and search for a land?
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
It's either you stop attacking creatures or you do something else with it. Pay 2 life. When it enters the battlefield, sack a land. Creatures you control can't attack. Prevent all damage that be dealt to you. It has a cumulative upkeep of pay 2 life. So every turn you're upping your life total or paying 2 life, and the next turn you pay 4 life, and then 6 life, and then 8 life. But it's basically like a board-wide pacifism. Nobody can attack. Your creatures can't attack, but no damage is done to you.
Right. That's pretty good.
And it's all damage. Even like lightning bolts, everything, all damage.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
so in like a good life gain deck, you can shut down your opponents from being able to deal damage to you. It's only a $50 land.
Oof.
Only a $50 land. Backwoods Collector. Woo woo.
What?
So backwoods.
Backwoods.
I think there's going to be a lot more cards added to this list over time.
Right.
I think this is like when Modern first came out and they made a ban list of all the cards they felt were going to be very powerful to start with Modern, and then over the years they removed things and added things. I think that's literally what's going to happen with this. This is like your restricted, like it's not fully restricted, but it's restricted as far as like if you have this, your deck is more powerful type of list to where it's not like, you can't play it, but if you play them, it puts you in a higher bracket. So I think there's going to be a lot more cards added to this over time, but at the same time, I don't think they want to add too many because then they're going to make everyone's deck 3s and 4s.
Right. You know, the fun thing about this list of what they're doing for those people who are new to Magic, say you're new to Magic in chat, right? You're new to Magic. This is giving you an idea of cards that kind of boost your power level if you want to be that player. Now, if you want to be that player no one likes, play Tegra God of Fright. Make that your commander. All right. But anyways, no, that's a good list. I like it. And KJ was nice enough behind the scenes, sent me this cool little poster to show off on the show.
Hey.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Plus,
Morning.
I also hit 40 followers on Twitch.
Nice.
It's pretty awesome that you made it there. You made it there. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe, everybody. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I'm begging for views. No, I'm kidding. But anyways, so no, that was a good thing. And Captain Waffles, you did amazing helping describe that list. Thank you. And he's like, yeah, look at me. I'm professional. More professional than Tortoise.
I wouldn't say that, but
Right. Well, no, that's good. It was good. Like you were like that backup that got my back thing because I'm talking through the list. And you're like, well, this card does this, or if I don't know this, I'll look it up. That was awesome. All right, but anyways, so as we've gone through the list of stuff, and we know there'll be changes because we're in the beta section of the list of everything. The beta section, things will definitely get better. Like I said yesterday, I think Wood of the Coast needs to go for MTG Card Realm's idea or Commander Salt's idea, because Commander Salt, even though I think they over push the power of deck levels on that site, they'll break down your deck from synergies to everything in your deck to make why it works. And I think they need to kind of get involved with that process. Now, if there's only one person working on this brackets thing, I feel sorry for them because that's a lot of work. But I think there's a team of people working on this, and I think
there is. Yeah, they actually list in the article all the people involved on the commander committee and who they are, and they were all part of this. There's 5, 10, 50. There's about 18 to 20 people that worked on this.
Right. So kudos to them for coming up with the bracket. The brackets, I think the brackets are a good idea. They're weird because we're not a sanctioned format Commander, but maybe Commander will become a sanctioned format one day, like say 1v1 F&M. That will be good to know. Unsanctioned is kind of weird, but I like the idea of brackets because a lot of people think brackets and power levels don't make sense in Commander. Well, people think power levels make more sense in brackets. But what really needs to happen is everybody needs to get on a unified page and be like, when this thing is better on a unified page and this is more exploratory, pretty good, people will be like, okay, I'm this power level of a deck. This is the bracket I'm in. That is an important part, and getting everybody on the same page is important. And you're right, dishonest people will make the game unfun for honest people, from what you were explaining earlier.
So with a note of that, where you're saying maybe make it a sanctioned event, at SCG Portland, they did have a Commander EDH 5K.
Nice.
Where it was pods of 4, and when you made it to the final pod, first place won 5K, or part of the big chunk of the 5K, and then everyone else split the second place, second through fourth. Mm-hmm. The way I can see, like you said, making it a sanctioned event is making it 1v1, like I've talked about before. Mm-hmm. But you're going to have to break it up like the brackets, because with regular constructed play, you have vintage, you have legacy, you have modern, you have pioneer, and you have standard. That's 5 brackets right there, right?
Right.
So what I think they need to do is you keep the competitive EDH bracket, which would be your vintage for EDH, right?
Right.
And if you want to play in level 5, you're playing like vintage style. If you're going to play in bracket 4, that's like your legacy. Okay. If you play in bracket 3, that's like your modern.
Right.
If you play in bracket 2 or 1, those can kind of be combined, I think, as one. That would be like your standard. Okay.
Right.
And so if you break it down like that as 1v1 formats, I think it has the best chance to work that way. Because then the power level you're going into, what to be expecting, what kind of combos or game changers or anything like that to be expecting. just like you do when you go play vintage or modern or standard. I think that would be the best bet to make it a sanctioned tournament format.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
no doubt. And I think it's pretty good. A pretty good thing, like a pretty good idea to showcase out there. Because like when they host a vintage tournament, you would know what to expect in that tournament, what kind of decks. So doing the same kind of thing for Commander would be good. Because like I have a deck that has dual lands in it, like original dual lands in it, proxied, but they're in there, and I want to change them out for real newer lands, like the Cervelle lands or something like that, the ones with subtypes in them, because that matters. But that's not a vintage deck, but those are vintage cards in the deck, and that I think having that kind of idea will force people to think critically, because one thing Wizards is trying to do is trying to force modern cards to be good and better than vintage cards. Like there's going to be a time in our life, not completely true, but there'll be a time in our life where the reserve list is pointless because the cards are just so much better.
Mhm.
Right?
Well-
like I don't think they're going to make a 2-mana Wheel of Fortune, but they do have a 4-mana one, and people are going to play that.
I think you're partially right on that. As far as
Right.
yes, the power level will out creep the vintage reserve list, but they will never abolish the reserve list for the collector aspect. Because
I'm not saying abolish the reserve list. I think the reserve list will become pointless.
Well, for player standpoint, yes.
Right.
For competitive standpoint, but for collector standpoint, it'll always be there because they don't want to nuke the value of those cards.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree with that sentiment. Right there. But anyways, good discussion, good topic, everybody. You really made this amazing. Got the waffles, the King Zombie, KJ. KJ just wouldn't shut up at all today. All right. With all that in mind, we're gonna go to this bumper.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise. Building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon. No one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house. We own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
Look at that window shot.
Ooh, you can keep that wherever you at.
Yo, I feel you on that.
The temperature in my apartment just dropped.
It's a winter wonderland out here today.
All right, let's see.
Wow.
Boom, boom. Winter Wonderland. Yeah, it's a Winter Wonderland outside where we are today, but I don't have a window I can just show the camera at. But anyways,
Oh, that
my
makes me
friends, my family, my awesome compadres, you guys are awesome. And it's time to get to the shill section. So we're going to start shilling. We're going to start shilling with the King Zombie. So let me blow you up.
Oh, gotta throw these up really quick. If it's gonna work, is it gonna work?
Victory Garden.
Yeah, we hit 400 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Today we got hopefully a little Blitz League football after the podcast, and tonight we're going to be starting some Aether Drift.
Ooh.
I haven't even touched it yet,
Uh-huh.
but I think we're going to try that out tonight as well.
Hey, the drift. Oh, well, sounds fun. Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, man.
All right, then we're gonna go from the King Zombie over to Captain Waffles.
What's up, guys? I don't know why my camera went all weird all of a sudden. It's like super like flashy back here.
You're using the glamour filter.
Yeah, right. Anyways, yeah, I've been putting out a lot of content. I did draft some Aether Drift the other day. I also built a new standard deck that I was playing the other day. It was blue-white affinity. It was pretty fun. One of the reasons why I built this because I'm trying to beat Esper Pixies, which is like the top deck in standard right now. Which, if you guys haven't heard, I'm starting to get back into the competitive scene. I will be out at SCG Indianapolis. That's a Spotlight Series tournament, so I'm going to try to make it to that, and I'm actually going to try my hardest to make it to SCG Denver. That's another spotlight series. So if I can make it to that one's in April. The other one's at the end of May. So I'm really working hard to try to get to those. So if you happen to go out to those and I'm there, let's meet up, let's hang out and take some photos or whatever. And then on top of that, I've got more content coming out. Friday's meme review. So that's tomorrow. And just a lot of other stuff. Also, if you haven't heard, the book is live on Amazon if you want to purchase it. Currently working on book 2. It's a science fiction book. So if you want something fun to read while it's, storming outside, there you go.
Just go play, please.
All right, yeah. Look,
Sorry.
Hold on. What was the name of your book again?
It is Ken Stafford and the Sword of Power. I also have links to it in my channel if you subscribe and come hang out.
Cool.
That didn't work. All right.
You can do it.
That didn't work either. Did you take it off of Amazon or something?
No. Here, I'll find it if you want to just switch to the next person.
All right. All right. Let's switch to KJ Cowboy Dan.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. I hope you guys are being good heads out there in Chatland today. So, a lot of wild things have been happening. We've been rocking out with Jesse Hellwheeler and Decaying Zombie. Congratulations on hitting 400, by the way. And, well, Jesse and I do our podcast on Wednesdays at 6 Central. It's Procrastinating Across the Ocean. You should join us for that with a little gaming session afterwards. Last night was wild. Also, got a few plans coming up. Check it out. And don't forget to check me out tonight on Mr. DJ Longhair Show for the MTG Roundtable.
Yeah, boom. All right. The MTG Roundtable. Now, and we're going to roll over from KJ over to Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. 776 subs. And anyway, I was hearing myself. I was like, what? Anyway, this afternoon, I'm going to do probably try to climb the rank ladder. I ain't been doing that here lately, but I'm going to try to do that this afternoon with the deck. And still experimenting with the new cards because it takes a little bit of time to get used to the new cards and new mechanics and all that and see what works and what don't work. But we're going to do that on the ladder to see if we can get find some cards that'll work out on the ladder. This afternoon at 2 o'clock.
Whoa.
And if you ever want to play a game of Commander, and if you're subscribed on Tuesday afternoons, we do viewer battles. That's every Tuesday afternoon. Then on Saturday,
mix two things together. You play Commander. So if you like playing Commander on Tuesdays, we play.
Well, that's viewer day. I'm sorry. Viewer day is on Tuesday afternoons at 2 o'clock. And Commander, we played that on Saturdays around 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
All Central Standard Time.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to switch over to Superfast Tortoise. Superfast Tortoise says, hey, everybody, you guys rock. Everybody's link to their channels are in the description below as well as in chat right now. So check them out. Give them likes, follows. Heck, you should, hit, while you're here, subscribe to this channel. Hit that bell for notifications and comment. Comment what do you agree with and disagree with. And don't follow my shirt where it says, nope, not today, because, today's the day to do it. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyways, tonight is Thursday night, and the wife is actually going to work tonight, so I'll have my access to the internet tonight.
Ooh.
So, what will I do? Well, I start playing the games. While I start playing the Commander game, I don't know. Keep track. If you want to play Commander tonight, let me know in chat or on Discord. Not in chat. Let me know in the comments below or in Discord if you want to play a game of Commander tonight through Spell Table. Or would you want to watch me start playing the Turtles game? I want to know. Let me know. It's important. But anyways, with all that in mind, I want to thank you guys for being awesome and being amazing, for being here today. Hillbilly, KJ, Decaying Zombie, Captain Waffles for being here. Everybody in chat, you rock, you rule. Thank you for being here. I want to remind you that you're all awesome and amazing, that you're loved, that someone's thinking about you. And if you can, brighten someone's day a little bit, because he might be the reason why they have a good change in their life today. And with that, my friends, play wise. I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast tortoise. It's running the show. The crowd